It's very commonly said that the root of most human unhappiness is the sense that one's life has no meaning.
What's going on, guys? It's Bradders from Rabid Games here, and welcome to something I haven't really done before with Kerbal Space Program. This is a mod spotlight. I wanted to briefly go over this new mod. It's a Mark 4 parts mod. I shall leave a link to the download in the description down below. But without further ado, let's get straight onto it here. Now, this mod adds new Spaceplane parts into the game, and they're essentially the next level up from these Mark 3 parts, which are soon to be replaced in the upcoming 0.9.0 update. They should be replacing, well, they shan't be replacing, but they're the next level up from this. I don't really know what's called it, space shuttle parts, I guess. So let's have a look at them. So this is the Mark 4 cockpit here. As you can see, these are very large parts. If I get the Mark 1 to 2 command pod to show you the variation in size here, these cargo bays and these parts in general are huge. So you're going to have a hard time getting these things into orbit without proper propulsion, so to say. Thankfully, this mod provides better propulsion with the Skitmitar engine, or however you pronounce that. It's essentially a much less efficient version of the Rapier engine, but it's far more powerful. If you look there, it's almost got double the thrust, I believe, of the Rapier engine. I think it's a pretty good engine. After playing with it a little bit, I do think that the Rapier is probably still, more Rapiers are probably still the best to go with this, because this thing just takes up tons and tons of oxygen and oxidizer with its, I don't know, with its higher specific impulse and max thrust. Thankfully though, you can have more oxygen thanks to these massive intakes. Now these things at the moment, they're kind of overpowered at the moment. As you can see, we have a mounted one where you can mount an engine on the back like so. We also have a normal bog standard one such as this. Like I say, all these intakes, you can see here we have some radial ones here. I'm not quite sure how these work yet because I haven't properly tested them, but all these intakes are very cool and stuff, but they are very overpowered. Like, I had a pretty heavy SSTO the other day that I was trying out with these parts while I was doing some testing for this mod spotlight, and I managed to get up to something like 40 kilometers with like 16 units of intake air. And I don't know about you, but that sounds a little bit overpowered in my mind. But let's take a look at some of the accessories here. We have a nose cone, obviously it goes on there. We also have, in the structural tab though, is it the structural tab? It is not the structural tab. Let's have a look in utilities, past all of the Kerbal attachment system stuff. Here we go, we have a docking nose cone. Now if I just hold Alt, this mod is still very much a beta, so some of the bugs are still in the game, so if you just hold Alt, you can attach the docking cone. And if you look here, and I open up the docking cone, you have a very nice nose-mounted docking port alignment sort of thing, which is very handy when you are docking to different stations. I found in my testing that this was invaluable. I cannot speak today. Invaluable. And so, yeah, I really like this docking port, and I think it's an amazing addition to these awesome parts, because I genuinely believe these parts are just flat out amazing. We also have a crew cabin. I'm not quite sure how many Kerbals this seats, I shall just check. It seats 4 in first class and 4 in steerage, and there are only 4 parachutes. This thing though, like the Mark II parts, it provides lift rating, which is good, because if these parts didn't provide lift rating, chances are they wouldn't get off the ground. But yeah, this is the habitation module type thing that they have for it. I'm just going to pop a real quick aircraft together. I'm probably not going to fly this aircraft. I will show you one I've put together already. Obviously, they have your bog standard cargo bay, which you can open here. But one thing that I really do like, if I just snap this off for a second, is that we have a service component here, which is full of monopropellant. I'm not sure if it... no, it doesn't. I thought it was an SAS module as well, but these things are hollow on the inside, apart from these obvious monopropellant things here. So what you can do is you can attach a monopropellant section like this, and then attach a cargo bay on top, and it means you have a little bit of extra room in your cargo bay for attaching, I don't know, docking ports or what have you. Obviously as well you can get lights in the cabin, which is awesome. We have a variety of fuel tanks as well. Again, like I say, this mod is still very much in beta at the moment, so they are going to be adding double length cargo bays, double length fuel tanks, all that sort of stuff in the very near future, so stay tuned for that, perhaps wait for that to come. But moving on to the fuel tanks, we obviously have your bog standard LFO tank, your liquid fuel, as you can see, just normal liquid fuel. We have a variety of different adapters for different engines. So here you can see one which is obviously meant for like a Mark II, well, 2.5 meter sized part, probably a skipper engine or something of the like. You can see we have an iguana adapter, which is just a solid flat cone. Not quite sure why you'd want that, bearing in mind it's got no engine outlet on it. That's another thing to note, that the cargo bays do actually carry a little bit of fuel. We also have a longer armadillo adapter, which I believe has, yes, it has a mount for one engine on the back. I think this is more designed as sort of like a front section for a drone, because obviously we do have a drone core as well, as you can see, which is very cool. But I'm going to cut here and I will show you an aircraft that I have already built, and I will show you some of the cool new features, as it were, of the cargo bays, because the cargo bays in this mod really are pretty cool. So I'll see you there, and I'll see you in a second, guys. So yeah, this is just a basic bomber sort of plane that I threw together, and it seems to fly pretty well. It's pretty slow to turn, and it does seem to get into some quite steep nosedives at times, like this one I'm in now. I'm just going to try and pull out of this one. There we go. We're pulling out. No, we're not. We're plummeting towards the ground. Come on. You can pull out of this dive. Pull out of this dive. Pull out of this dive. I'm trying to get back over land so that I can show you guys a feature of this particular tailgate. Oh yes, as I'm sure you can probably guess, what this tailgate actually does. I will give you 3 guesses, but you'll see in a minute when I deploy the action groups once I get back over land. Just showing you real quick the IVA. This is the crew cabin. As you can see, the IVAs are still very much a work in progress. Let's just come through now to the main capsule. They recommend in the mod to use this with raster prop monitor because of these huge screen things here. I personally 100% agree with that because, well, look at these displays and the potential these things have. But here we go, we're coming back over land. Like I say, this mod's going to be updated quite a lot in the near future, so please do go check it out. Okay, so here we go, pressing 1 to open up the door. Oh yeah. Now what we're gonna have to try and do is keep us steady. Keep us steady. 3, 2, 1. And we release the package, everybody. We have released a care package down to the planet Kerbal. Look at that. And the parachutes deploy and everything. That worked first time. I can't believe that. That was bloody brilliant. Bloody marvellous. Bloody marvellous. Let's see if we can land this thing now. Let's see if we can try and land this thing on the runway. Somehow I doubt it, so let's just come straight down here. Why not? Gear down, gear down, gear down, gear down. Here we go. I'm guessing this is probably going to end pretty badly, but quickly, just some little engines here. This is going to end badly. Oh dear. Yeah, don't ever get me to land the plane. Let's look at something else. Okay, so this is the drone core that I was on about earlier. This can be used in one of two ways. It can be used as a probe core, like most of the other stuff in the pod section, but it can also be used as an extremely strong reaction wheel, or both, as I am about to use it here. What I'm going to do here now is build I think I'm going to build quite a small little sort of drone. Not that you can really build a small SSTO with this SSTO. I'm not really going to build one of those, but no, you can really build a small thing with these parts, because like I say, they're huge. They are, I'd say they were the 3-meter version of Spaceplane parts, but I'll leave that up to your judgment. So what we're going to do is we're going to attach the armadillo to the front, I think, because that looks pretty cool. I think, if I do say so myself, that looks pretty cool. We're not going to be bothering with docking or anything brilliant like that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pop a nose cone on the front there. Obviously hold Alt to lob that on like that. Lovely stuff. One thing I would like to see added in this mod, and I think is coming, but don't quote me on it, is an inline cockpit, because currently we don't have any inline cockpits, because that's the closest we can get to an inline cockpit at the moment, and I'd like to see that improved, but I do think one is around the corner, but again, don't quote me on that. So now we're going to add some liquid. First of all, we're going to take the oxidizer out of this, obviously. We're going to grab a liquid fuel tank like this. In fact, no, actually, yeah, let's go for an SSTO, guys. Let's fill this with, well, maybe not quite SSTO, but I want to show you the new engines. That's pretty much the last thing that I want to show you in this mod. So we'll have a quick RCS thing in. We will knock a cargo bay on there as well, just for safekeeping. All this stuff, just incidentally, is all Kerbal attachment system, which I may cover, but pretty much everyone's heard of Kerbal attachment system, to be honest. I think even my nan has heard about Kerbal attachment system and what it does. So let's find the cargo bay wherever it might be. Where are you, cargo bay? Cargo bay, cargo bay. There you are. Let's pop a cargo bay on there. Let's put a couple of LFO tanks on here. Just whack. Oh crap! That's not how you whack them on. Whack them on like so, and there we go. So what we need now is we're going to pop a triple adapter. Oh, triple adapter on the back here. That looks cool. No, it doesn't. It looks bulky, but I like it. I think it looks pretty cool. We're going to put these skimmeter. How do you pronounce that? Skimmeter. Okay, skimmeter engines. We're going to put them on like that. Unfortunately, there is a bug at the moment, which means you can't attach them with symmetry, so you'll have to attach them individually. But that's no problem. I mean, that's still okay at the end of the day. And I think I'm going to pop a poodle on here as well, just to help us get out the atmosphere. Now, obviously, we're going to need some wings on this thing, so we'll just very quickly bring up the center of mass, center of lift. That's not too bad to begin with. So, if we just get 2 large wing sections like this, add on symmetry, we're going to make sure the center of mass, center of lift is a bit further forwards than the center of mass, so that we have room for our control surfaces when the time comes to add them. So we're just going to pop on something like that. And I think we'll finish with a bit of a flared delta wing. Will we finish? Yes, we will. We'll finish with a bit of a flared delta wing, give it a bit of dihedral action going on there. Is that? Oh, I did that. I think that might just go up a little bit more, like so. There we go. Now we've got a bit more of a dihedral. That's perfect. So now we're going to have our elevons, obviously, like this. Make sure that they're lined up correctly. Elevons, 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 elevons. Let's do this. I love these new Spaceplane parts, by the way, and I am a massive fan of the ones that are coming in 0.9. I had a look the other day, and thanks to you guys, you showed me even more of these awesome screenshots, and I'm very pleased with them, to be honest, and I can't wait. I can't wait for them to come out. So yeah, just put some tail fins on here, if I can select them. Thank you. Just go with the basic Delta Deluxe. wings here. We'll put them on. They're on backwards, but that's not a problem. It may be a problem actually. Come on, let me select them. Okay, so we'll just go like this, and then we'll go like this, and then we'll go like this. There we go. Okay, so that should be pretty good now. All it needs is some intakes. So we're going to put these heavy structural intakes on it, because these things, they really do take in a lot of air, and we want to give it as much air as possible. We're going to put one under there, like that, and one clipping through here somewhere, if I can find the right place. There we go. Now that kind of looks a bit awkward, but no real matter, no matter there. So let's just grab some landing gear. Let's do normal. I've begun to start doing these sort of bicycle style landing gear now. Bicycle, quadricycle style sort of landing gear, just because it makes things a little bit easier. And we'll just do that because we need some space to lift off. Okay, we need some power generation. We'll get some of that going on in our life. We need to find out which engine is which, so we'll activate this for stage 1, activate this for stage 1, and then the poodle should activate last. Yep, that should be good. We need to just get some RTGs, put them in there, no worries. Just hide them in using the old clipping trick. That should be enough. Right, let's see if this thing goes to space. Oh, okay. This thing's kind of got a bit of a waggly tail. You could call it a dog or something like that. I think I might call it the dog. But I think we may have some problems getting off the runway here, but who knows? Let's just fire up the engines and let's see. Now, as you can probably tell, these things have the same noise as the Rapier engines. They are basically a more powerful but less efficient version of the Rapier, and you can kind of see that in the way their design is reflected, so to speak. I actually really like them. I think they look better than the Rapier, but overall I don't think that they're going to be as good. I've seen a lot of people on the... Oh, and there we go. Yeah, we've lost the engines. We have lost the engines. Well, that was bloody fantastic, wasn't it? Let's see if I can... Can I take off? What if I take the gear up? Nope, not fast enough. And everything's... We've suffered an unplanned disassembly. Oh god. Well, that's I guess I didn't go to space today. But guys, this has been the Mark IV Spaceplane Plus mod. I will leave a link to the mod in the description. That probably wasn't a very epic ending. But if you did enjoy this video, this little mod spotlight, and you want me to do some more in the future, please do let me know in the comments down below. This was a very quick video to make, as I'm currently studying for exams and what have you. So yeah, leave your opinions in the comments down below if you liked it, if you disliked it, if you want to see more. And I will see you guys in the next video. This is Brad signing off. Peace out. Epic zoom out shot. I'll shut up. Peace out. I'll move my mouse.
What is it that we want?